Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my match reaction from the Derby Manchester United game. So Manchester United beat Derby County 2-1 at the Pride Park Stadium. It was a friendly match. Now obviously Solskjaer fielded the youth. I thought Tom Heaton did very well on his debut for the club. Tom Heaton made 2 or 3 excellent saves. We did get Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. He did sign a contract with Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. He was obviously the replacement for Sergio Romero because we released Sergio Romero. Facundo Pellistri, I thought he enjoyed a very good game. Pellistri's goal was superb. Don't forget, in January we actually loaned Facundo Pellistri out, but that was beneficial because it gained him more experience. So yeah, he scored our second goal, did Pellistri. Tahith Chong, obviously he scored our first goal. Was a bit fortuitous. He obviously tried to chip the Derby goalkeeper. Obviously hit the keeper, then obviously hit Chong, and then obviously Chong scored. It said that Tahith Chong agreed to join Birmingham on loan. Or was that someone else? Derby's goal came from Colin Richards. Derby had good periods though in the game. Wan-Bissaka obviously started at right back for us. Defensively he was good, but he didn't show much attacking intent. Teden Mengi, he wasn't bad. Axel Tuanzebe, I thought he did very well at the back. Brandon Williams, don't think he was too good. Dylan Levitt, I thought he did alright for an hour or so. James Garner wasn't too bad. Juan Mata, thought it was quiet for large periods of the game. Mason Greenwood, he didn't really get a lot of service. And Elanga, I don't think he did too bad. Let's see the substitutions we brought on in the game. So we obviously brought Andres Pereira on, we brought Sholo Shortire on, we brought Galbraith on, Pellistri come on, Jesse Lingard also come on. Matic came on, Tellez came on, Lee Grant came on, William Fish came on, Dishan Bernard came on, and Hannibal Mejbri came on. So good start to pre-season for Man United. I think our next game is QPR in pre-season. We've got Brentford coming up soon. I think we also play Everton as well. Now, I want to give you some news on Jadon Sancho. So, Solskjaer has come out and said that Man United will announce the signing of Jadon Sancho. once we finalise some paperwork. You know, the paperwork is holding up the deal at the moment. Sancho to Man United should be announced next week. Now obviously, not so long ago, Jadon Sancho completed his medical with Man United. Man United agreed a fee of £73 million with Borussia Dortmund for Sancho. Sancho obviously agreed a 5-year contract with an option of a further year. I think Jadon Sancho is going to be wearing the number 7 shirt. Now obviously, you know the news on Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. Man United are unwilling to pay £50 million for Varane. It says that Man United will this week submit an opening offer to Real Madrid for Varane. The bid could fall between £35 million to £45 million. It recently said Rafael Varane to Man United is imminent, and the deal will be closed in the next few days for about €50 million. Varane has agreed personal terms with Man United and he's set to sign a 5-year contract. Fabrizio Romano did say that Man United are preparing a bid, and he says Man United have a 5-year contract ready. Rafael Varane has had positive discussions with Man United, but he said he's not yet made a decision. Rafael Varane told Florentino Perez that he wants to leave Real Madrid. Real Madrid offered Varane a renewal contract offer, but he rejected it. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. Now, the other week it said that Varane had given his word to Man United that he wants to join. We want a third significant signing after the Varane transfer. Now, Sky Sports said not so long ago that we'd been given permission to approach Varane over the personal terms. Varane wants to be able to finish his holiday, then change clubs. He said the other day, though, that Varane's move to Man United could have been delayed, because he said he would be happy to wait another year for a switch to Man United. Varane and his family have allegedly been house hunting in Manchester, so reflecting on that, that's fueled speculation. We've been handed a boost in our pursuit of Varane because Real Madrid's wages are forced to be slashed by 150 million. And said today that Chelsea are looking to hijack our move. You know, went in for Varane 10 years ago under the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move for him back in 2018. You know, Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. Real Madrid got Varane from Lens back in 2011, and he's been a long-serving player at Real Madrid. He's been with them over 10 years. He's made 360 appearances in all competitions, and he's won a lot of trophies, so reflecting on that, he's got a good pedigree as a player. Varane would exceed expectations in the Premier League, and what a centre-back partnership that is, you know, Harry Maguire and Varane, because they'll complement each other very well. Real Madrid have said they won't be signing a new centre-half even if Rafael Varane leaves. Now, it's said recently that Man United will announce a double deal for Rafael Varane and Kieran Trippier. An announcement is expected towards the end of next week. That was stemming from Neil Custis from The Sun. Now, it did say from The Sun that Man United are close to signing Kieran Trippier for £18 million. Mundo Deportivo said that Atletico Madrid wanted £26 million for Trippier. Spanish outlet AS have said though that Atletico Madrid aren't prepared to sell Kieran Trippier to Man United. Kieran Trippier has been in talks to buy Raheem Sterling's £3 million mansion. We've already had 2 offers turned down for Kieran Trippier. It'd be beneficial though if we could get him in, because obviously we need someone to come in to provide competition for Wan-Bissaka. Plus it's beneficial because Kieran Trippier's proven in the Premier League. We went in for him in the January transfer window, but we culled our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for breaching betting rules. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for Kieran Trippier from Tottenham in 2019. His current contract at Atletico expires next year. So far, Man United have made 2 signings in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free, and obviously we brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. But I am expecting Man United to enjoy a very good summer transfer window, because I am convinced that Solskjaer's going to get all the players he wants to recommend in. And it's about time he got the backing he deserves. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window. And he identified the areas where he wants to strengthen up. Our board did say, didn't it, that they'd back Solskjaer with summer signings and a new 3-year contract. And it said before the summer transfer window opened that Solskjaer had been given a £150 million transfer budget. To buy around 4 or 5 new players. Man United are going to offload players in this summer transfer window. Because obviously we've got to offload players because there's still deadwood at the club, and whoever we sell in this summer transfer window will generate money. David De Gea, he could leave Man United in this summer transfer window. But I'm sceptical about it. I think he will remain at Man United for next season. It said not so long ago though that De Gea could be loaned out next season by Man United to make room in the goalkeeping department. De Gea said that he's determined to fight for his future, and he's convinced he'll be Solskjaer's number 1 next season, and he thinks he'll stay. I think De Gea is set to hold talks with Solskjaer over his future, because obviously now the Euros are over. ESPN did say that De Gea is unsure on Solskjaer's final decision. If we told De Gea in this summer transfer window, we'd get from between £40 to £50 million. De Gea's been long serving at Man United. He's enjoyed 10 years at the club. He's had around 8 good years out of the 10 years he's been with us, because in the last couple of years he's been a liability, reflecting on the mistakes he's made. He's won everything domestically at the football club though, and he's made over 500 appearances for us in all competitions. He was our number one for such a long time. De Gea is on £375,000 a week. He's got like 2 years left on his current contract. Now Telles, he's been subjected to transfer speculation. It's said that Inter Milan want Telles on loan. And Sky in Italy did say that Roma were in talks to sign Alex Telles as a replacement for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola. Telles has only enjoyed 1 season at Man United, but he's played nowhere near as much as I expected. He's only made like 9 appearances in the Premier League. When we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately. We got him in a deal worth £15.4 million from Porto. He's under contract with Man United until 2024. Brandon Williams now, I'm expecting us to loan him out. Well, it said not so long ago that Southampton were close to getting Brandon Williams on loan, but now they could pull out. We've got to loan Williams out to gain him more experience and get him a lot more opportunities, because Williams seldom plays for us. He's our third choice left back. Phil Jones, we need to offload him in this summer transfer window, because he's always been inconsistent. He doesn't get in our 11, and he was out of injury for a while last season. Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. He's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's endured 10 years at the club. Axel Tuanzebe, now I heard we've agreed to let him go out on loan. It's the right decision though, because he seldom plays for Man United. The best game I recall Tuanzebe having was PSG. Diego Dalot, he's leaving. He was out on loan with AC Milan. Andres Pereira, I think we'll be looking to get rid of him as well. You know, he was out on loan with Lazio last season. Lingard, I think we're looking to get rid of him, but we're finding it difficult to offload him because West Ham are struggling to meet his asking price. I think we want around 30 million for Lingard. Last season, Lingard was out on loan with what? So, last season, Lingard was out on loan with West Ham and he made a fantastic impact. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. It does. But at one point, it said that Lingard told Solskjaer in a meeting that he wants to stay at Man United. And he said we was preparing to offer him a new 3-year deal worth £130,000 a week. Paul Pogba, you know, we could still offload him in this summer transfer window. Now, obviously, last week it said that Pogba would decide on his future. You know, decide whether he's staying at Man United or going to PSG. Foot Mercato said that Pogba wants to join PSG this summer. We've set the asking price for Paul Pogba. It's £50 million. It says we could demand 4 players as part of a Pogba swap deal with PSG. But PSG have stepped up their chase. PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. The other week, Julian Lawn said that PSG are considering making a move, and Fabrizio Romano said that PSG are interested in signing Paul Pogba. And PSG have obviously made contact with Paul Pogba's representatives. Mini Oriola held talks with PSG's president. You know, will Pogba sign a new contract at Man United? I hope he does. Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic recently said that Pogba's not expected to sign a new contract at Manchester United before the new season gets underway next month. You know, Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next year because last season we triggered that 1 year extension on his contract. Sky Sports News said at one point that Man United were in ongoing talks with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. And it said wanted to make Pogba the Premier League's highest paid player with a new 5-year contract worth £104 million. That's what it said. Because it said we fear losing Pogba on a free transfer. But he's had a long running transfer saga. You know, he hasn't only been linked with PSG, he's been linked to Real Madrid, he's been linked with his former club Juventus, he's been linked with Barcelona and Inter Milan before. Pogba's endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. Pogba produced his best performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season. At one point last season though, Pogba was out with a thigh injury for a while. If we are to let Pogba go, we need to get a good adequate replacement for him. Donny van der Beek, there's a good chance we're going to offload him as well because quite frankly he's unhappy at the club. I initially thought we was going to be offloading Anthony Martial and Matic, but recent reports have said now the duo are staying. But like I said, there's a lot of players that will stay at Man United, and I reckon there's quite a few players that have got long-term futures at the club. But yeah, it's very imperative for Man United to have a good pre-season. Like I say, we've got off to a good start by beating Derby 2-1. Obviously, gets us prepared for the new season. Obviously, you know, pre-season's good because it gives youngsters their opportunities and it gains them more experience. But, you know, next season, you know, is massive for Solskjaer and he is aware of that. You know, he knows next season he's got to exceed expectations. You know, if he is to remain Manchester United manager, I'd say next season Solskjaer's decision making's got to improve because in a lot of the games he's managed at Man United so far he's been tactically naive. And I think next season as well Solskjaer's got to win a trophy because if he wins a trophy next season that would be an achievement. He needs to get his first trophy on the board as Man United manager because he's not yet won a trophy and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. You know, it's very imperative that we start off next season strongly because if we don't, then, you know, Solskjaer could be under pressure. You know, next season is going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. You know, he has been in charge of Man United now for 31 months, which is over 2 years. I am surprised he's still Man United manager because we've endured very bad periods under Ole where he's close to being sacked, and obviously we lost the Europa League final to Villarreal last season. But with Solskjaer being a club legend, that's what's basically saved his job. I think it's a mistake giving him the new contract because I can assure that he won't see it out. And he's not the long-term manager for Man United, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. But I do think he needs more time. I'm Ole in. You know, these United fans that are Ole in, there's also United fans that are Ole out. But I've criticised Solskjaer a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United, but obviously I've had my reasons behind it. But I still think Ole's our best manager since Ferguson because he has brought consistency back in certain aspects. And like I've already said to you, there's a lot of things I've got to credit Ollie for. I do have my concerns about him as well. You know, we appointed Ollie in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.